right, the rain's going. Perfect. So if you're like me and you insist on new work going in plumb, I can't think of any situation where you'd want to put new work in crooked, right? So start with the floor, get the floor level, and then put the new work in plumb, and then later on you'll realize like it's someplace else, like it's a couple walls over. So you put that in, and invariably you're going to have trapezoids. You have to. There is no situation where you're going to put in new fucking big, stud, and it's just going to be true and plumb on all angles. In fact, it's going to be off on all angles, and walls are going to be leaning in and out and side to side, and you can choose to bang those around or leave them. You'll find that once like your main load holders are in, like windows and shit, like all those walls are just hanging there, dude. You can just push them with your finger, like they're not doing anything. They're fucking chilling, because you can't, push down through a window. You could. I've seen people do it, and your windows are real hard to open, and then they get harder and harder to open, and eventually they don't open at all. I've hung a lot of windows and a lot of doors. I know how to make them work right. So when there's little fiddly bits, like say a 2x4 next door to a big 4x6, and they're walking away from each other by a quarter inch or a half an inch or whatever, lots of times you look at that and you're like, I don't know what to do. Some people will just hide it with a 2x4. It's fucking stupid. So what I do is I pick an important spot, like right where the header is, or right where like a couple of 2x4s are joining because it's going up in the rafters, or someplace that can use the stability, and measure it. If it's a 3/4 of an inch, or it's a half an inch, or if it's 1/4 inch, then go get some really nice wood from the fucking junk pile, like 7-ply plywood, or some really good hard wood, whatever you got. Don't use fiberboard or anything like that. It will just break apart, and it's not what fiberboard is for. When I say fiberboard, I mean like OBS. Don't use anything like that. Use good solid wood. Like I had some trim strips that were say they're fucking, I don't know my woods, oak, birch, whatever, dude. Nice wood, real nice wood. You catch threads in it, and it's really strong. And so I cut a little length of that, and I make it so it's a pound-in fit to the gap. Like, I mean that, like literally, you're gonna knock it in. So you put a little bevel, and you knock it in there, and yeah, things shift over a 32nd of an inch. And now you got a tight fit between those, right? Then use those big 6-inch fasteners I showed you, and run all the way through all the work. So I got fasteners going through the main work, through the gap, through the next work, and into the next work, all bound together. And I go boom, 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 boom. And then I've got a monolithic L in the corner. So big and so thick, dude. It's you go out there and crash into it with a tractor, dude. That's the way I build things. You need to be able to bump into it with the tractor. So it's fucking tied in, dude. It's called tying things in. You get a lot more strength. If you just have a 2x4 that's like hanging out in the bushes, dude, that's wiggle, wobble, fucking nuh-uh. And so I don't worry at all about how it's gonna line up for the fucking drywall, dude. They sell strips for that. What I worry about is it freaking straight, dude? Is the load in the right spot? Is it tied together? Worry about that first, and then worry about fooling the freaking siding or the drywall in. That shit, you can cheat the difference, and it's structural, but it's not as structural. So get the structure 100% right, and you'll feel better. And then I go back and I fill up the other cracks with an adhesive, and then it's just a monolith, dude.